Hi Sai, welcome back to Julian's Garden. I hope you all doing well and it's getting so cold lately, especially last night. And this morning was the first day or the first morning that we got the frost, quite heavy actually. And I did not expected that. My phone, they say that it went down to 1 degree this morning, but when I woke up this morning and I checked, it was -2. So, and I checked on the window, were all frozen, it was quite heavy frost, and I went out to check several things, especially my passion fruit vine, and I did not cover my passion fruit vine last night. Oh my goodness, I was so I just was so worried about it because I did not expecting that, and yeah, I'm very pleased to see and to inform you to see how it's doing. And now we are midday or 12 o'clock at the moment, so it's very bright, it's very sunny, and I want to give you the quick note of my passion fruit vine. And another thing, I'm really excited to inform you that if you watch my video, I'm sowing some seeds like delphinium, lupins, and some pansy as well. And the lupins, they are up. I'm so excited after only 5 days after I sow that seed tray, and they are starting pushing up to the soil surface. I'm so pleased. So we're gonna head to the front yard and I'll show you that as well. And another thing, today I want to plant a Quince tree in the ground. Now I got the Quince tree for a while, I think not a while, maybe a week already, and it's sitting in the container. And now I really want to put it in the ground. Now not a quite good time to put in the ground, but I want to put it in the ground anyway because it's better than just sitting in the container and very cold. At least put in the ground, it got isolated and with all the soil around it, and I will give it quite a good mulch as well. So first, let's look at my passion fruit vine. Alright guys, can't you see the passion fruit vine there? I planted it I think few months ago, 2 months. I'm not remember now, but I don't remember now, but just roughly around that, around 2 months, and it grew a lot. And here you can see after the frost, last night or this morning, this is my yakon, and looking sad as well, and some of the tomato looking sad down over there. So pretty heavy frost last night. And let me show you this area. You can see I got a lot of blueberry bushes in this area. And come a little bit closer and let me show you the passion fruit vine. I'm so pleased that it not got too much of damage, because I can feel the leaves of the passion fruit vine still still strong and not like too soft or wither. This is the older leaf, so I can feel like that, but some of the younger leaf, like this one, still not too bad at all. I'm so pleased. Everything was frozen this morning, and I so kind of sad. I thought that it might die, but no, looking is really good. I'm so pleased. So this area is west facing, so the sun come down very late. This area, like from 12 o'clock now, just around 12. And we got the sun until very late in the afternoon. And it got like a lot of heat from the wall of the house. So that's why last night I was okay, and let me just try it to see how far it can go down. And this, I didn't expect it was -2 this morning though. So I just testing it until 1 degree to see how's it doing. But so you can see that -2 this morning, everything was frozen, but still doing well. But I'm sure the heat of the house and the wall, like the wall of the house catch a lot of sun during the day, and it warming up the passion fruit vine, or at least give it light thermal to give it some warmer than the other spot of my garden. I'm so pleased with this, and because otherwise, if it die, I could be so sad. So yeah, so pleased with it. And let me shrink to use this area. So last night, I did manage to cover some of my citrus trees. So this is my lemon trees that I planted, I think about 2 months or 3 months ago. That's what the double grafted, the 2 variety in 1 lemon, and that's one is ruby grapefruit that a lady she gave to me, and then we went to her house and dug it up and got a lot of fruit. So that's why I want to protect the fruits, because my husband, he loves the fruit of the ruby grapefruit. Look at this. Can you see that? So many fruit. And you can see the yellow fruit over there is starting turning color because it's kind of ripening. So yeah, and so during the day, I just open this is the shade cloth actually, but I use it nice for the frost cloth. I like this material because it's not too thick and it's not too thin either. And this one I just got in Bunnings a few days ago actually. So I bought several types on several pieces. This dimension, I think the width is I'm not sure, but 1.3 meter, I think, and the other side is nearly 4 meter. So yeah, very pleased, and thank you my father-in-law. He made all the structure for me to protect the citrus trees. Look at that, so happy, and I'm pleased that the food not get rotten or got damaged by the frost. Okay, so let's swing into here's this one I just got this morning. So I will protect the passion fruit vine from now on. This one I bought the size a little bit bigger though. This one is so nearly 4 meter for one side, and the other side is 6 meter. So I think it's perfect for the passion fruit vine, because in the future we intend to get several panels to put all along this side as well, so the passion fruit vine can have more room to grow. Okay, let's head to front yard. I show you the seed. Alright, so I'm at my front yard now. So at this area, I put the seed trays of the lupins. You can see there is starting popping up. I'm so pleased with this. I saw them already popping up from yesterday. So today I said that I have to give you the update so you can see. So after only 5 days after I sowed them, I sowed the seeds, and I think the trick that I soak them in the water for the seeds in the water for 24 hours before I plant the seeds out is really the trick. Oh, I'm so pleased with that. So I really want to give you the update. So yeah, you can learn the success from this. I would say this is very good success actually. Really happy with this. And the delphinium is the seed not coming up yet. I will expect it take quite a while for them to coming up. And here is a seed. Let me show you this one first. This one of the pansies I sowed the same day on that day, haven't came up yet. And this is just a quick look of the pansy seed that I show you on that day, that I did sow this one 2 weeks ago, just over until now over 2 weeks ago, and they're looking really good. Look at that. Even we got the cold weather last night. But I think if the weather continue go down to minus something, like below 0 degree, I will have to bring the seed tray này they got the plants or the little seedling popping up like this. I will bring them inside, not quite inside, but like under my carport to protect them not got hit with the heavy frost, because they are very tender little young seedling like this. I don't want they got hit by the heavy frost. Alright, so let's go to look at the Quince tree. Alright guys, so the Quince tree, let me show you. Is there. So before this area it was very messy, very bushy actually, and I got 2 bushes of the currant, one black currant and the other ones were red currant, and they were happy, they were healthy. It produced a berry, but it's never had like kilo for me to have enough to do anything, and always messy. Anyway, so here is the Quince. Let me show you the variety that I got. This variety is called Smyrna. I think this variety orange originally come from Turkey, and this have a very large fruit. This variety and another variety is called Champion. It's quite popular in my area. So I think because on that day I went to the nursery, they just have only 2 varieties available over there. And I did some research and I chose this one because this one have a lot of fruit and the flavor stronger than the champion variety. The champion variety seems they have a smaller fruit, but also they have a mild flavor as well. They don't have a strong flavor. But I think the champion variety, the tree stays smaller. I think. And Quince tree is very new to me, so I'm kind of doing some learning over here. If you have any experience growing Quince tree, please let me know, especially this variety. So I don't know much about the Quince tree, so I did some research, so I will tell you what I know. So Quince tree is very long living tree, so it can live up to over 50 years old. And if you don't grow them for the food production, you can grow them like ornamental as well. It got beautiful flower in the spring, and it depends on the variety. Some the varieties that they fruit ripen in autumn or in late autumn. This variety that I got, it will ripen in late autumn. And I really love these varieties, and because I prefer this variety over the champions, because when I did some research, they say that this variety is more disease resistant to the fungal disease. It's called fleck. And the fleck fungal disease, I think it more makes the fruit they turn to brown and spotty, and also the leaves they brown and black, and then to drop the leaves off. And if the trees are affected very severely, and the fruit might drop off and not grow anything. So this variety is more disease resistant than the champion variety. Another variety is called, I think it's called delphinium. That variety is more disease resistant than this variety, smearda, and the champion. But it seems I can't get it in my area, or maybe they run out of stock. But anyway, I'm quite happy with this variety because my area quite cold, and it's not too humid and not too warm all the time. So I think this variety could do well in our area as well. Quince tree is, I think, it's very easy to grow. Now you can grow in the temperate climate like I live here, or subtropical climate. I think some variety can go even lower zone than my zone as well. But keep in mind that if you live in the area that's like warmer than my area, so because Quince, they do need some chill hour in order for them to fruit well as well. So always make sure that Quince, they love to be moist and wood drained as well. When the tree get older, they can tolerate just certain amount of the wet area, wet fit there, but certainly they prefer to be in the wood drainage area. And then they do love to be in the very airy and sunny location as well. So that's they not too prone to the fungal disease, and then you let the sun to go to their branches and their body, and they will have the fruit ripen quicker and bring a lot of flavor to your fruit. And they prefer to on the side like slightly acidic soil. They don't like to be on alkaline soil. If the soil is too alkaline, most likely they will have a iron deficiency, because if your soil is too alkaline, and then they can't take the nutrients that they need in the soil. So they prefer on slightly acidic soil. And they say that Quince tree, normally you don't need to feed them with like a lot of manure or anything, but they can always do better if you can give it like some buckets of the compost or manure like at the end of the winter, or just some handful of snowy fertilizer, just the normal type for the fruit tree, and you just sprinkling around the drip line of your tree. Do it like at the end of the winter, before the leaf buds out. But don't worry, if you missing out fertilizer tree at this time, you always can top up like a thick layer of compost or sprinkling some fertilizer when the tree is blooming as well. Alright, so let me head choose a position there. I already dug up the hole, but I want to bring it or help it to have a very good drainage, because that area when I dug there it's full of clay soil. Let me show you the area. Alright, so you can see it's have quite heavy clay soil in this area, so I'm going to use like 1 or 2 bags of premium potting mix, and I will try to raise the soil up so the tree just not sitting in the water when it's rain or sitting in the clay soil when it's rained, because you can see on the top here it's quite taller than this level, so I want to raise it up a bit. Maybe just nice it. Quite heavy. Okay, so at this time, if you have a compost or well-rotted manure, you can add up or mix together with your soil. But I don't have it on hand at the manure at the moment. I will empty my compost bin tomorrow though, so I will top it up on the top. But today, when I just plan, I just use the premium potting mix, and I put sugarcane mulch on the top to protect it from the very cold weather tonight. And tomorrow I just top it the compost on the top. So here we go. Alright guys, all done. So I was very hot and I took my jacket off and put over there. Okay, so in the future, this tree will go around 4 meters tall and 4 meters wide. So this area is quite tight. Spaying here, so I got the room for it to go to 4 meters, but I think I will let it to go with that tall anyway, because it's too tall. I can net the food and I can have it the food, and so that's why I will just train it to go more like the bush variety. Like in the future, of course, I will try to prune it more open in the center. And and I won't let it go too tall, otherwise I can reach it the food. And when you plant your fruited grape tree, make sure you don't bury the grafted union or grafting area over there. Like right down at the base here, you can always see the little bumpy area where the down there the rootstock. This is the rootstock, and down on top here is a variety of your trees that you like to grow. So I think that is for the video today. I hope that you're excited to see my passion fruit vine still alive after my dew this morning, and with very heavy frost, and excited to see my Lupin seeds. They popping up just after a few days after I sowed the seeds, and excited to see my new fruit trees at the Quince that's planted in the ground. So the rule of thumb is they recommend to plant the fruit tree or any tree like between 3 to 4 weeks before the first frost or before the freezing temperature. But I don't have that time. I just thought that maybe this location is quite protected, and I will keep an eye on it. I think the tree can be fine. Hopefully though. And so yeah, that's this, and thank you so much for watching, and see you next video.